Hi, this is Beth from Simply Thrive Physio and Pilates, and I'm going to take you through some moves that you can do on the gym ball. You can do more than sitting on the gym ball. Beneficial as that is, it's great for sitting at your desk and working, getting some movement in your spine, but actually there's so much more that we can do with it, and it can be quite fun. If you've got any medical conditions or injuries, first check with a health professional before doing this, and if Pilates is pain-free movement, so don't work into pain. We're wanting to train muscles. Pain inhibits muscles. We're wanting to train the right partnerships of muscles, so pain can really impact on that. So no pushing into pain, please. So first thing is getting set up on your gym ball. You want to have a gym ball the size so that you can have a 90-degree angle or thereabouts of torso to thigh, and likewise from thigh to shin with your feet flat on the floor. And I would suggest you don't, at least initially, have it completely taut, so blown up that it's really taut, because then it's more difficult to balance. Okay, and it takes a little to get used to. So then we're sitting on our pelvis, and we're sitting on our gym ball, and the first move we're going to do is simply a pelvic tilt. Okay, so where we bring from here to up, from upright in pelvic position, you allow the pelvis to come underneath you slightly, sacrum comes underneath, and then you sit up and the sacrum comes up behind you. So sacrum goes beneath, sacrum comes up, tailbone comes more under you, tailbone comes more behind. This is a move that we do to find our neutral lower back position, and it's just a great movement between pelvis and spine. And I love the way that we can see how the pelvic position impacts the rest of our spine position and our posture. So it's good to note. Good, so then we're going to make this a more mobilizing of the spine. So the pelvis goes back, and then I want you to actively round through the spine. We're looking to get a C curve. And then you imagine someone's got a string from the crown of your head, and they're giving you some length as they pull on that string. We're going to do that with our breath and our core. Let's breathe in, breathe out, connect into your inner core. Pelvis goes rounding through the back, and then we breathe in, relax through the core, and we lengthen up. Breathe out, engage, and round. Breathe in, relax, and up. Breathe out, engage, and round. Breathe in, relax, and up. Our next move is going to be arm openings. This is a mobilizing of the upper back. We have our arms forward, hunch shoulders up, drop them down, and notice how that feels. And let's just glide our chin slightly back. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, open through the chest, and breathe in and come back. Breathe out, engage, open, breathe in and come back. This is a rotation through the upper back. Breathe in back, breathe out, engage, open, breathe in back, shoulders dropped, neck is long. I'm going to do one more. Good, we're going to go back to our first move, our roll up move. So we come into that pelvis position, round through the back, then our arms are going to float up, and we're going to add a little lean back. If you feel stable, then let our arms come first, lengthen through the spine, step through the shoulders and long through the neck. Breathe in, breathe out, engage, round, lean. We need to connect more into our core as we lean, and we breathe in and come up. Breathe out, engage, round and lean, breathe in and up. Breathe out, engage, round and lean, breathe in and up. Now to start working our oblique abdominal muscles, we're going to add that arm opening that we just did. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in back. Breathe out, engage, open and lean, breathe in and come back. Now we feel our surface abdominals working as we come into our lean, and we want to match that with our inner core. So we're getting that deep connection as we're coming into this move. Shoulders are dropped, neck is long, rotating upper back and neck. We come into this move that the arm just leads. Lovely. Okay, and hands down. So our next move is a lovely stretch for the back, but it takes a little bit of practice. Okay, so we're going to start in our sitting position. We're going to walk our feet forward so that the ball rolls beneath your back. If you're wobbly at all, then don't do this, or have someone standing by. And you want to come so far that your head is now nicely supported by the ball. Okay, we're going to use our glutes here in our bum to get them connected to have us in a nice bridge position. Okay, so 90-degree bend at the knees, shoulders are relaxed, head is supported. And then from here, you can bring your arms overhead to come into a slightly weighted stretch through the upper back. And we're going to breathe in and breathe out. So the next part of the move is coming back up into sitting on the gym ball. Okay, so with your next breath out, we're going to bring our arms over and our head up. And as you do this, you start to walk your feet towards the ball so that you roll back on top of the ball and are sitting on the ball. Okay, we're going to do that again. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, engaged, walking forward. Squeeze through the glutes to lift the bum, head is supported, arms come over. We'll just enjoy that stretch, relax through the shoulders, and we'll breathe in. Next breath out, arms are going to come overhead, head's going to come up. It's key that you bring your head forward because that's going to help lead the movement, and we come upright into sitting. Breathe out, engage, walking forward. Head supported, arm over, glutes working. You could come into that stretch more now by pushing through your heels so that you roll back over the ball, bringing your head closer to the floor, hands closer to the floor, and then you drag through your heels to bring you back into our bridge position with our hips and knees at 90 degrees. We're going to come back up into sitting, so let's breathe in. Breathe out, engage, arms over, head forward, connecting into our core, walking our feet towards the ball, coming up into sitting, and here we are. Brilliant. So our next move then is a move that's supported by the ball. So we're going to lean over the ball into a 4-point kneel position. And this is nice if you've got kind of joint pain or any kind of ongoing pain issues. It just gives you a little bit more support. It's also really nice because it gives you some tactile feedback when we come into lifting our legs so that you can notice what's happening around the pelvis, which is where we want to keep still. So here we're going to tuck through the chin, drop through the shoulders, breathe in, breathe out, slide a leg away, breathe in, come back. Breathe out, engage, slide away, breathe in, back. Breathe out, slide away, breathe in, back. And as we're doing this, we want very little weight transfer from one side to the side. This time we're going to slide, we're going to squeeze through the glute, that back pocket in the bum, just to float the leg really slightly. And it's at this point I want you to notice what's happening around the pelvis. Then the foot is going to come down and you're going to slide it back. So we're going to slide, squeeze and float, come down and back. You need to stay there and be quiet, okay? Don't come any closer, stay there, all right? And no talking because I'm recording. So slide, squeeze and float. With this one, we're going to rest, we're going to pause, and we're going to relax through the shoulders, tuck through the chin, and just float up through the arm, keeping the shoulders down. So it's just a lift, not a reach of the arm. Hand comes down, foot comes down, bring it back. Then we slide, squeeze, float, checking we're still level through the pelvis, drop through the shoulders, float through the arm, down, down and back. One more to each side. Slide, squeeze through the glute, float, drop through the shoulders, float through the arm. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Hand comes down, foot down and back. Last one. Slide, squeeze, float, drop through the shoulders, tuck through the chin, float through the arm. You're going to hold it. 3, 2, 1. Down with the hand, down with the foot, and bring it back. And then finally, we're coming into a nice stretch here. It's our shell stretch where we have our heel close to our bums. You can have your hands on top of the gym ball and roll the gym ball away. Then have your ears in line with your arms. Just relax and drop through the shoulders and enjoy that stretch around the upper back and the shoulder blades. Then we're going to take it into a side bend stretch. So let's roll the gym ball to the right. Your right hand will go on top of the ball. your left hand on top of your right hand. You want to keep your bum over your heels, so we start to bend through the torso, a side bend through the torso, reaching through to the fingertips of your left hand. Let's breathe in, breathe out, come up, roll to the other side, left hand on top of the ball, right hand on top and reach. And we're going to breathe in and breathe out. We're going to come up. So there are a few things that you can do with your gym ball, as well as working at your desk to get some movement into your spine and your body as you're working. Our bodies are made for movement. They love movement. So yeah, a few things to try out. If there's loads more that you can do with the gym ball, so check out some of my other work and other videos to find out more.